First and foremost, are you okay?
No, I'm pissed.
Okay.
I'm pissed because I'm so fucking careful. This pisses me the fuck off.
But other than that, but you're okay, right?
I'm pissed. Because if you watch the cycle, the light, when I'm getting ready to make a left turn, there's no traffic coming, proceed to turn, and she's in the
I
crosswalk.
assume you're in the...
I'm going, making a left. Yeah. As I'm getting ready to make a left, Pepper. But if you look at when the lights turn, I got a steady green.
I'll check on your record.
Front left.
And this other car? Family?
They just showed up. That's family. I told them to sit in their car.
Okay. One second. Hello.
She only speaks Spanish.
She only speaks Spanish? Just let her know we have Miami-Dade Fire Rescue coming over here to check her out. Could you ask her if she's okay for me?
She said she's fine.
She's fine.
I just asked her.
But she has diabetes, so it's better to get it checked. She has diabetes and all that.
Of course.
But yeah, she's okay. She can walk. But she just wants to get that. We just want her to get checked. If it does get infected, she has diabetes and it can cause anything.
Of course. I have her info. You have her info? Okay. And you guys are family?
Yes, she's my grandma.
Okay. Again, we're going to have fire rescue come out. We're going to have another person come out, document it, and everything like that.
And what happens in this case?
We're gonna have somebody come talk to you, and you're gonna give you the case number and everything like that.
Okay, that's fine.
Just have her, hey, keep her away from them.
What? The family?
Keep them away. Best thing to do. Because if you have them speaking to her and they influx her, then that's a problem.
I get what you're saying, but she's also we have a language barrier. We have that issue.
I understand.
Hey, Cap. Hey, I just wanted to notify you of an on duty 17 involving a marked police vehicle. I'm still 5'5", pedestrian stuff. I'm gonna have you grab all the information. You already got fire? You wanna hang on your car?
Señora, déjeme hablarle para ver lo que pasó, por favor.
You have to scream at her.
Oh,
Because she can't really hear.
I'll scream in a polite manner. Señora, ¿qué fue lo que pasó aquí en el accidente?
La luz estaba en verde.
¿Estaba yendo para allá o para acá?
Estaba brincando para allá.
¿Tú estabas yendo para allá?
Y ella estaba allá y dio vuelta.
Ajá.
Y ahí me aventó con la frente del carro. Entonces yo iba a mi derecha, que ya estaba la luz así como está ahí. Ok, acá no había carro, yo me brinqué por el favor. Entonces yo pasé y ella le dio. Ella no se
¿Pero
fijó.
en qué dirección estabas manejando usted?
¿Eh?
¿En qué dirección estaba manejando?
¿Neta?
¿Estaba yendo para allá, para allá, para allá?
Yo iba allá,
¿Tú ibas para allá?
Para allá.
Ok, she said she was trying north. Ok, ¿qué fue lo que pasó? ¿La luz estaba roja o verde?
No, estaba en verde. El rosa estaba aquella.
Ok, usted se fue para adelante.
Yo iba a la verde, pero había un parqueado, pues estaba entrando la luz.
Ok,
Entonces yo iba, pues me fijé. Yo se me fijo a un lado a otro. Y yo veo que un carro viene lejos.
ok.
Pues yo paso.
Ok.
Entonces ella estaba allá y le dio vuelta y pues me aventó.
Entonces, ella estaba yendo para abajo.
Ella estaba también para voltear, yo creo.
Hizo un U-turn.
Yo
Oh,
iba
you were
para
making,
allá.
ella estaba haciendo una izquierda.
Ella venía.
Ah, ok.
Entonces yo iba, ya había brincado allí casi la rayita cuando ella pasó
Ella pasó y le dio, ¿en qué parte del carro le dio?
y me aventó.
¿En qué parte del carro le dio? En la esquina.
Voltea, no ve en la esquina aquella del lado.
Entonces tú estabas yendo norte y ella estaba haciendo una izquierda.
Ajá, y
Ok.
ella me aventó. Cuando
¿Y
ella le dio,
en dónde pasó el choque? ¿Allá o aquí? ¿En dónde pasó?
allí, mire, allí.
Aquí.
Allí, mire.
Ahí pasó el
Sí,
choque.
allí en la raya amarilla.
Okay.
Porque estaba la luz así.
So she said she was going northbound, had the green light, and she says that you were making a left-hand turn. That's what she says. Right. That's what she says.
Yo vi bien la luz para brincar yo.
That light is green, which is the light that I had.
Right. So she's going northbound. You're trying to make a left-hand turn.
Yep.
La de la culpa fue ella que me aventó porque ella vio que iba, entonces ella le dio.
Pero usted estaba aquí parqueado.
Yo aquí estaba, mire.
Y cuando la luz estaba verde,
Aquí estaba,
siguió para adelante.
Cuando la luz verde, yo me fui, yo estaba allí para brincar. Entonces te puso
¿Cómo que estaba aquí, señora?
Yo ya iba a brincar para allá cuando la luz se puso verde.
Pero tú estabas parqueada aquí?
Sí, yo estaba parqueada.
She was parked. She came from here, she says.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take a look where that's at.
Pero usted no estaba manejando.
Yo venía de acá.
Oh, okay.
Entonces,
Okay.
la luz se puso en verde y cuando decía aquí,
You're supposed to wait till she's
Okay, so it's not a crash on vehicle?
No. She was walking.
Okay, got it. Okay, I understand. I understand now.
yo estaba bien.
I have to ask the questions. You don't have to be upset. I have to ask the tough questions. Listen, if I have to ask the questions, that's my job.
Fine.
They're medical. They're gonna ask, "Are you okay?" They're gonna check her head out, check her, take her to the hospital.
Yeah,
I'm the
that's
police.
fine.
I have to ask these questions.
That's fine.
I'm not trying to come off rude, but I have to kind of yell because you said she's hard of hearing. Entonces usted estaba aquí
Sí, yo ya estaba
tratando de
aquí,
ir para allá. Entiendo. Okay.
¿Aló? Sí, aquí estamos en la
Entonces-
15 al lado de su casa en la luz.
Entonces, ¿en qué parte, señora, en qué parte le dio usted? Aquí,
Me dio aquí,
le dio en este lado.
me dio aquí, mire.
¿Usted se cayó para el piso?
Yo caí aquí.
Okay.
Y aquí,
Okay.
mire,
Entiendo. Yes.
y aquí.
When I hit her, she wasn't in the crosswalk.
Yeah, she says here.
I know. Because I hit her here and her suitcase was there.
Yeah. So you're making a left-hand turn.
I have a green light. Okay? Then you have a steady red.
Right.
When I went to turn after the car passed by, I turned, I made the left. A, she's not in the crosswalk, and B, she hasn't stopped.
Right. Like right now, it stopped.
It has been. When I
Yeah.
turned it, because I looked to make sure there was nothing
Yeah.
there. But you're not even in the crosswalk.
I thought it was vehicle against vehicle.
No.
That's why I was like looking around, like what? Where? She said she came from here. I'm like, you were parked here? I don't get it.
No. I clipped her suitcase, and that's what caused her to fall down.
Oh, her suitcase was here.
She was dragging her suitcase, and I clipped her suitcase.
Makes sense. All right, I get what happened.
Pissed, bro.
I know. She's trying to travel over here on foot. You're making a left-hand turn.
Yes. Not even in a crosswalk.
You
bro.
clipped her suitcase and she fell down. That's how her...
Officer Stevenson maintains that she was executing a left turn on a green light after allowing another vehicle to pass. She repeatedly characterizes a collision as her patrol car merely clipping Miss Tellis's suitcase rather than striking her directly. Miss Tellis, communicating through a language barrier and clearly shaken, offers an account that feels fragmented and uncertain. At the heart of the matter is a critical question. Was she inside the crosswalk when the impact occurred? Under Florida Statute 316.075, a green light does not grant turning drivers unrestricted right-of-way. Vehicles must yield to pedestrians lawfully within an intersection or adjacent crosswalk. If Miss Tellis was within the marked crosswalk, the green light would not shield the officer from liability. Conversely, under Florida Statute 316.130, pedestrians crossing outside marked crosswalk must yield to vehicles, potentially shifting some responsibility back to Miss Tellis. Still, that same statute imposes a continuing duty on drivers to exercise due care to avoid colliding with pedestrians. Liability ultimately hinges on comparative fault under Florida Statute 768.81. A party more than 50% responsible for their own injury cannot recover damages, while lesser fault proportionally reduces recovery. If Miss Tellis was within the crosswalk, she would likely bear no fault. If she was outside it, some liability might attach. But that determination belongs in a courtroom, weighed against all evidence and legal standards.
Wants me to follow
I know.
to the hospital. So
I'm gonna go relay that information of what she told you her, that A wasn't in a crosswalk.
Yeah, let me get my phone. You're right. She clipped her her luggage apparently, and that's how she fell down. Huh? Okay, well, I'm just relaying what Stevenson wants me to relay, what I talked to her about in Spanish. If that's okay, if not, then I'll just wait for Perez to get here.
Yeah, wait for
and
Perez.
do this. Okay. All right, cool.
I appreciate it.
No problem. I tried to relay the information, but she wants, I guess, the traffic unit to kind of do her thing. But I just try to, since I speak Spanish, I try to relay what I gathered from what happened. but she's busy doing her phone calls and stuff like that. So maybe sometimes things happen for a reason. You know what I mean? That should include it.
Get a grant back and start citing these people for improper stuff.
They're gonna fly her to Jackson South.
Why?
Because she fits the criteria according to fire.
What's the criteria is that?
I guess because the head injuries, I guess.
She was gonna take you back to the station.
My car? Why?
Yeah, you should ride.
There's no... Dude. There's a car at the station for me?
I don't know.
And when is this new policy? Huh? When do they start towing our cars for accidents like this? By AI supervisor? Israel, when do you guys start towing our cars?
Want the car sold, John?
The supervisor does?
I don't know what it tells you.
I just want to know when the policies have changed. No, I understand that. I just want to know when the policy has been changed.
I'm not aware of any policy.
You're not, right? Perfect. Neither.
As the investigation unfolded, Officer Stevenson questioned Sergeant Gilpin about whether a new policy required her patrol vehicle to be towed. The sergeant clarified that she did not control that decision and was unaware of any recent policy changes. While Homestead Police Department policy may not mandate towing in every city vehicle crash, Florida law treats injury crashes as reportable events requiring formal documentation and investigation. Under Florida statutes 316.065 and 316.066, crashes involving injury or complaints of pain trigger mandatory reporting and written crash documentation. When a pedestrian is evaluated medically and transported to a hospital, the process becomes structured and reviewable. Additionally, Florida Statute 323.001 authorizes investigating agencies to place an investigative hold on vehicles when necessary to preserve evidence. Although towing is not automatic, securing a vehicle involved in an injury crash, especially a city vehicle, is consistent with evidence preservation and risk management protocols. The authority to make that determination rested with the Traffic Investigations Unit, not with Sergeant Gilpin. Contrary to Officer Stevenson's perception, the decision was grounded in statutory investigative procedure, not discretionary departmental punishment.
I don't know. I'm here, so I don't know what's happened. Okay.
So if I go back on every 17, every officer's car's been towed? It's a question. That's it. Sir. I'm gonna find out now. Hey, good afternoon, sir. Hey, quick question. Has a policy been changed about our vehicles being towed after 17? Okay, because they've never towed our cars involving 17 ever. And I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it, but the AIU supervisor is wanting my car towed. Absolutely. It's got a minor scratch from the actually it's not even a scratch, it's black transfer from the suitcase because I never hit her, I only hit the suitcase. I don't know either, that's why I'm calling to find out, because this is all new to me. The last couple of 17s that officers have been involved in, they haven't towed the car, so I'm just trying to figure it out. I want to know when the policy was changed. I mean, I know that whenever we did an airlift for any pedestrian that was hit, we would tow anybody else's car. But she wasn't airlifted due to her injury. She was airlifted due to an elevated heart rate in her age. If it's because of injuries and they're critical, we tow the car. But if it's due to precautionary, which this was, we do not tow the car. No, I have no problem with that, but I'm just curious of why all the fucking sudden it's a change. All right, thanks. Do you have the policy on CHIs? For THIs, AIUs, callouts? Do you have that policy?
that have the memo.
No, but like our SOPs. Reference towing cars.
You want internal.
I want to know where it states in there that if this vehicle is operable, and the fact that
I don't think that's in there.
and the fact that she was only airlifted as precautionary.
This is how we handle traffic, like, for the public, not internally.
Right. But when has an officer's vehicle ever been towed prior to my incident? Unless if it's been demolished.
Look, the times when I've towed the car is because that car is not operable.
Correct. But this is fully functional and a minor rub.
But this is the first time I've had a vehicle versus a pet, or any type of trauma alert, even a vehicle versus a vehicle.
So
I've never had it. I'm not
so I know, but
reference point here.
Okay, so the reference point is if any pedestrian was done, okay, even when it's a civilian, it doesn't matter. We hold the cars, okay, until we get a status on that person. If they're done as precautionary, we do not tow cars. That's always been the blanket policy. But now all of a sudden we're making the exception? No, bro, we're not playing this game.
That's an AIU call.
It is, but it's okay. It's also above him too.
Yeah, that's an AIU call. If they want to tow a car,
So nowhere in SOPs does it say that.
The SOP that's here for traffic crash investigation is how we deal with traffic crashes to the public, not internally how we should.
We don't have one internally.
I don't believe so. No. I like vehicle and towing, traffic crash investigation. That's how we deal with it with the public, not an internal thing.
If serious injuries or death, shall forward photograph city manager via chain of track involving HPD vehicle on duty shift, fleet, 24 hours. So nowhere in there does it say about towing my car.
Doesn't say can either.
I just want to know where all the changes come in, where every other person's vehicle has never been towed except for mine. That's a hell of a question. And if I'm the exception, I want to know why.
Well, I mean, I don't know the last time we hit a pedestrian.
I can understand if we kill him. But
I don't even have a reference point for you. I can't tell you, hey, well, this guy hit this pedestrian and this is how we handled it, therefore why are we doing it differently? I don't even have the last time we hit one.
I've handled city vehicles where we hit pedestrians, not just police vehicles.
Vehicles?
Doesn't matter, it's a city vehicle. You hold it the same standard. We didn't tow the fucking car. So if I have to go dig up all those case numbers, I sure as fuck will.
Working on an answer.
I'm gonna call PBA.
We're working on an answer.
Okay, but I'm still gonna call the PBA.
Let it go through the chain of command. You're entitled to do
I understand. I don't think you understand the shit that I've been through the past 2 years, okay? So, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yeah, nobody's doing anything right now. You're getting all...
I just want to know...
chain of command.
Agreed. I just want to know when all this changed. And nobody can seem to give me a fucking answer for this. What's good for one isn't good for another. That's where I have the problem.
You want me to answer for something that I didn't...
I didn't say you. I didn't say you. I'm just saying, can you find out for me?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Thank you. Listen, it's nothing towards you.
I know.
I'm hot right now.
I know.
Because she wasn't even fucking in the crosswalk. She's improperly crossing the road. I tag her fucking suitcase and now you tow my car because it's precautionary because of her age and her fucking heart rate. Not even the fucking injuries.
Calm down.
Dude.
Calm down.
Why are you taking the car?
Hold.
Why are they taking... How about, why is he taking...
Chill. Calm down. Okay? Just calm down. Calm down.
I just want to know when it was changed.
When the new one came in,
It wasn't his doing.
just calm down. Cause is your car here right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so just calm
But
down.
can I...
Calm down. You know me, okay? I won't talk to you when you're amped up.
I'm not amped up. I'm tired of fucking
So
like...
calm down. All right. So calm down.
Just to let you know I moved the suitcase. The suitcase was over here.
Over where?
Over here.
Okay. Well, I'm not worried about that. Okay? Just calm down. All right? Calm down. Okay? When I'm done doing what I have to do, then I will talk to you about what's going to happen.
Perfect.
Okay, you know that.
The traffic unit continued its work, but the body camera footage ends abruptly before revealing whether the patrol vehicle was ultimately towed, and the department declined to release the associated crash reports. On July 5th, 2025, just over 6 months later, Officer Stevenson was promoted to sergeant and publicly praised for her standard for excellence in a department Facebook post. Roughly a month after that, on August 13th, 2025, Ms. Tellis retained counsel and filed a claim against the city seeking damages exceeding $50,000. That claim remains pending. Evaluating the interaction, Officer Stevenson demonstrated basic procedural compliance. She requested medical evaluation and notified her supervisor, but her professionalism deteriorated as frustration over her vehicle overshadowed the seriousness of civilian injury. A pedestrian collision requiring medical transport is inherently significant, and a composed, measured response should remain the priority. Instead, her agitation, profanity, and confrontational tone towards supervisors created unnecessary friction during a critical investigative moment. Accountability measures are not personal attacks. They are safeguards for integrity and transparency. As for Ms. Tellis, no grade is appropriate. She is a senior citizen navigating a stressful medical event through a language barrier, and the available information is too ambiguous to fairly assess her compliance with crosswalk statutes or comparative fault standards. She did not escalate the situation, interfere, or obstruct. The incident underscores how quickly credibility can erode when professionalism falters, and how essential accurate translation, thorough documentation, and procedural discipline are to achieving a fair and lawful outcome.